Where's Batman? Fuck Batman.
My mom says there's no such thing as monsters.
I used to think that. I was wrong.
Before we get into the video, I'm actually doing a giveaway for Crisis on Earth X, the DC TV crossover from last year on DVD or Blu-ray, whatever one you want. All you need to do is leave a like and a comment on this video, and also subscribe to my film channel and check out the video. That's all you need to do. Hey guys, Ben here, and welcome back to another video on Titan Season 1. Today we're going to be breaking down all the new photos. They dropped a shitload of photos. We're going to be breaking it down in this video, so if you do go on to enjoy the video, please be sure to leave a like and a comment, and subscribe if you're new so you don't miss any Titans videos later this year. So just under a month away or so from Titans actually releasing on the DC Universe streaming service, and I'm super excited for the show, and these photos just get me even more excited. There is so many, so let's go through these photos. Obviously I haven't picked all like 60 photos, a ridiculous amount, which is awesome for us, but it's hard for me making the video, so I have to be quite selective. I've picked about 30 or so, so let's break it down. The first photo I've got is of Raven as she's actually in front of her house as she leaves to potentially go to the shelter, which is seen in another photo, or she could be going to school. I really don't know, but there is some scenes that goes on further, and obviously this hoodie is very reminiscent of Raven in the comics. And it's in front of her house because you can see her name, her surname on the letterbox. So moving on to the next photo, we get a new look at Starfire, and once again she's in that same attire that we've seen her in the entire marketing campaign. Have to stress it once more, these are photos from episode 1 and episode 2. She's not going to have a full-on Starfire look by then. She's going to become a hero. She's not a hero right now. Neither are a lot of them. Hawk, Dove and Robin are heroes. They're the only people as of now, and everyone else is going to be having an origin story, so that's why they don't have a suit. Just to clarify that, I have to include that when we get new photos of Starfire every time, because people do like to cause backlash. And so moving on to the next photo, we get to see Starfire as she gets out of a wrecked car, and all around you can see that the car has been smashed, and it seems like this could in fact be some sort of hit on her, but whether that is true or not, we'll have to wait and see. But from some of the descriptions, I think she does get attacked, and maybe that is the scene. So moving on, we get a photo of Robin as he is beating up on some guys, as we saw in the trailer when they say, "Where's Batman?" and he goes, "Fuck Batman." And I'm super excited for that scene. I just can't wait. I think it's absolutely brilliant how they're just going full throttle. We're gonna do this. This is going to be a hard rated R show, and I'm very excited to see that. And so we get to see him with those sort of decapitated bodies, although they're not decapitated. You heard the crunching in the trailer, so yeah. Moving on to the next photo, probably one of the best photos of the entire lot is of one of Dick Grayson as he's looking on into the city. This is quite reminiscent of like some of the Batman covers from the comic books when he's towering over the city. Moving on to the next one, we get to see Robin and Raven for the first time together. Obviously I'm going by their superhero names just to make it easy for you guys rather than having to say Dick Grayson and Rachel Roth every time, so that's just to clarify that. And so Robin is actually helping Raven as she's on the ground because she is swarmed by police, as you can see from some of these other photos, and she's knocked those policemen in the background down. She's crying, she's scared, and Robin comes to help her and to calm her down because he is in fact a police officer, and he makes a connection, or she makes the connection. She's had these dreams of the Flying Graysons and of the accident, and that her destiny to actually get help from him in order to stop and control her powers. So moving on to the next photo, and in this photo we get to see some sort of armed assailant with a kitchen knife actually attacking Starfire. So like I said, a lot of people are going to be after Starfire, but we'll have to wait and see as to the actual context. she looks like she's about to stab him right in the heart, I'm just saying. Moving on to the next photo, one of the coolest photos again is of Starfire as she's in sort of like a really well lit room, and I really think it makes her look really awesome. Obviously still in that same suit from episode 1 because this is in episode 1. Looks like she's scorched that man to death, but somehow he's still there. No idea how, but she's got a photo of Raven, and so she's going to be looking for Rachel, and we don't know the context, but she's going to be on the lookout. So moving on to the next photo, one of the coolest photos again is of Raven as she is actually on some sort of bus, and we get to see the death of Dick's parents from the Flying Graysons at the circus. You get to see the police officers and young Dick, and then we move on to, I guess, the villains of the episode, and that is the Nuclear Family, and they are in fact a family in the comics who are a group of androids, but I don't know in the TV show if they're actually going to be androids or not, or if they're just going to be evil. Like the mum looks super evil, and we get to see later photos of the family as they head towards Hawk and Dove's place. Man, these guys look creepy. Don't know if they're androids or not. But moving on to the episode 2 photos, and this is the episode titled Hawk and Dove. I'm really anticipating this episode. Hawk and Dove look great. I really like them. I especially like them in the Justice League animated series. That's where my love for them has actually come around, and so I'm really looking forward to their characters. And you get to see Hawk and Dove together, and as you know, they have a relationship and they're going to be superheroes together, which is really awesome to see that. And they are hardcore, which we'll talk about in a minute once we get to the fight scenes. Possibly my favorite photo of them all is just a simple photo, and it's with Robin and also Dove, and they are together just standing there supposedly looking on at perhaps Hawk as he maybe puts away the animal, but it's just a really nice photo, and I'm looking forward to all the interactions. And moving on to the next photo, we get another photo with Dove and Robin, but also Raven is there, and they're going to be all teaming up, all going to be coming together for one issue, and I think it's mainly to do with Raven due to the fact that Starfire is going to find them, and it's all linked up to Raven somehow. And you can see on Raven's bag there is a little Easter egg to Dr. Fate, because that's actually the sign of Dr. Fate on her bag, which is really exciting to me. Just a nice little Easter egg. And now we go on to probably the most epic photo out of the lot, and this photo is of Robin after he's been in a fight. It's extremely well lit, and you just get to see his suit. It looks absolutely awesome. So moving on to Hawk and Dove in action, you get to see a photo of Hawk as he's beating up people, and you get to see the example of how his wings are actually going to work, which is pretty awesome if I have to say myself. You're going to be slicing up people, and you get to see Robin kicking some guys, and then, like I said earlier, they're all grouped up together, that being Hawk, Dove, Raven and Robin, all inside supposedly Hawk and Dove's apartment as they presumably see the Nuclear Family, because in the photo that I talked about earlier, it looks like the camera is positioned that they are perhaps in a doorway of some sort, but there's actually 2 people behind them, so maybe they have some sort of armed assailants with them. Moving on to the next photo, we get to see Robin as he is in an alleyway with Hawk, and it seems like Hawk is actually interrogating someone behind. Just a really nice photo, once again very well lit, and we get a few just different iterations of that shot. Possibly my favorite one, or my second favorite one out of the lot, is of Robin and Dove as Dove actually goes to use a knife on someone. Presumably it could be Robin, but most likely it's not, although it looks like she's actually about to stab Robin because you can see Robin's arm and his staff. But maybe Robin is holding someone, and maybe Robin is actually holding off from her stabbing the person due to the fact that it looks like perhaps he is. Unsure as to that. Don't know if Robin's actually killing. I think he is due to the fact of the crunching in the trailers, but I don't know, maybe I think as the series goes on he's going to restrain from doing that, a bit like Oliver Queen in Arrow. So maybe Dove's showing a bit of a restraint, or maybe it's just a photo that she's midway into stabbing someone. We know she's going to be brutal, so her suit looks absolutely awesome. So that is about it for this video, guys. This has been a longer video. There was so many photos to go over, so if you did enjoy this video, please be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. Also go over to my Patreon and my film channel. It would mean a lot if you could support me on either one. But anyway guys, I will see you guys later. Goodbye.